Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to Double Advantage, a D&D podcast where half of us have no idea what's going on at any given moment. It's complete and utter chaos, but guess what? We love it. My name is John, your Dungeon Master, and like always, I have my beautiful friends with me and allow them to introduce themselves, starting off with Blazing Torchic. How you doing?
Hello everybody, my name is Blazing Torchic. My voice is a little shocked because I do actually have the COVID, but it's fine because we're all online. And I play the Wood Elf Rogue Malon Sakado. He's just overall badass and just kills anything in front of him.
Yes, indeed. And next up, we have BryceKrispie.
What's up, guys? BryceKrispie 94 here, and I play Volstagg the Forgotten, the half-orc druid, who is currently feeling a little bit of unease with the events from the last episode, so definitely looking forward to seeing how that plays out in this one.
Absolutely, it's going to be a doozy of a time. And last but certainly not least, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Datsunami.
Hey, yo, what is going on? It's Arias Scald here. Yeah, no, I am the healer of the group. I keep these boys alive, and I also give them the buffs they need to do their killing. And let's just hope Klein doesn't get himself on that list.
Ooh, a hit list. A scalding hot hit list. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, they are all beautiful content creators themselves. Tsunami is doing some cool stuff on Pixelmon with Tasty Penguin. We got BryceKrispie, who's making his way back with his pack openings and some awesome stuff that will be coming out soon this upcoming week, so go check them out. And me and Torchic have been kind of stagnant on some stuff, but you know what? It'll be okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We got that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please go check them out because they are beautiful people, and without them, none of this would be possible. Next up, our continued collaboration with thelovebracelet.org to help fight against domestic violence. Go ahead and use code ADVANTAGEDOUBLE for 30% off your order and get yourself a beautiful bracelet for a great cause, and send us some pictures while you're at it because, you know what? It would be just cool to know that we're supporting some stuff out there. And last but certainly not least, because I don't think I've said it in a long time, please go support the artists that contributed to this show, Renny, Texas, and Mitch Ninja. Mitch provided us with the beautiful artwork that we all have, my character, or the Dungeon Master character, and all three of their characters, as well as Renny, who designed the beautiful logo for all of this. And so, yeah, also, merch potentially coming up soon. So, we'll see how that goes. But yes, anybody else have anything they want to drop before we get started?
No.
All good.
Alrighty. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the next episode of Double Advantage. In the last episode, our intrepid adventurers made their way through an underground secret tunnel that led them into a temple of sorts to the cloaked serpent Zahir, god of snakes, death, poison, assassins, torture, which made the group in general very uncomfortable, but Scald specifically, for as the Dawnfather was the one who put the cloaked serpent away and locked him for the rest of eternity. They were there because they had found that the Sun Warden had been stolen, along with Lord Julius Klein, whom they already had a muddled relationship with. But upon arrival, they had fought these disgusting brood guards that had been acting as wardens, cloaked chameleon-like in a chamber to protect whatever lied ahead. Once they got there, they came face to face with a cloaked figure, a similar one that Sakado had recognized from the first meeting as the person who had a meeting with Klein and began to stir people up when the results weren't favorable. And as a result, these two were kidnapped, put in cages, dangling above pits of very corrosive acid. They tried to bargain with this person, tried to reason, tried to get something to be done without resulting in violence, and while it was heading in a steady direction, sadly, Sakado had created a ruckus, causing a bit of distraction and a moment of mistrust and distaste. A battle had ensued shortly thereafter, and the Sun Warden, Lucius Dethra, was plunged deep down into the pit of acid. With rage in his heart, fire in his eyes and hair, Scald took down this individual in a blast of radiant energy. They collected Klein, found an emblem of the Sun Warden and made sure that Klein was to know that this was his fault, that he would be the one to fix it. With that, Skald stormed off, destroying everything that he could with his mace, knocking down the pillars that represented a snake climbing from the depths, leaving it in disarray, making sure the Cloak Serpent knew that he was not going to fuck around here today. And with that, they made their way back, and Octavius Dayglade was there to greet them, realizing the sadness in Skald's eyes, understanding the circumstance, and allowing them to go see the new Sun Warden, Leah Mistralith, where they told her about what had happened. And she assured them that even though it was not a favorable result, they did what they had to do. They did it graciously, heroically, and for that she is very thankful to them. And with that, the three of you went back to the Tilted Grain Tavern and Inn, walking right past Buksabi, straight up to your rooms where each of you, while having a hard time sleeping, eventually fell asleep and had dreams of thankfulness, sunlight, radiance, and an overall sense that somebody out there is thankful and proud. And with that, as the early morning sunlight begins to peek through the cracks of the window, Sakudo, you find yourself beginning to stir awake much earlier than you'd desire. You hear the early morning birds begin to chirp, and as you lie there in your bed, what do you want to do?
I'll go downstairs to the bar area thing.
Okay. You go ahead and you get up, shaking off, the feelings. Your body's weak. Your brain and heart are heavy and sunken. But you manage to pick yourself up and make your way down to the bar. The establishment is empty, but Buksabi is currently sitting down reading a book.
I'll just walk up to the bar. Hey, Buksabi.
Hello, my friend. How are you doing? I did not see you yesterday. I'm glad to see that you are safe. Yesterday was not a good day.
No, it really wasn't.
I did not wish for this to be your introduction to the city properly. I'm terribly sorry that such a thing happened.
Oh no, it's not your fault, Buksabi. It's the mistakes of others.
And he looks at you, and he's a charlatan. He's a charismatic person. He knows the ways around people, and he looks into your eyes. Are you okay?
I don't know.
Not rightfully so. I'm still recovering from it all. Thankfully, I was not in the Colosseum. But,
Yeah.
it is a bit still of sorrow in my chest, yeah.
I think that's the whole city right now.
Yeah, my heart sank when I heard the news, because I knew where you were. I knew you were there, and I was worried for all of you. I did not want to hear that you had all,
Yeah, we were some of the lucky few.
Thank the gods for that.
Yeah.
Anywho, can I get you something to eat?
What's your strongest drink?
A drink?
Might help.
It is 7 o'clock in the morning.
Doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, okay. I'll get you the best. And he
Thank
He
you.
gives you a smile that is underlying with sorrow and grief. But he goes to the back, pulls out this thick jug. This liquid is very viscous and it kind of slushes around. And he pours you, do you want a shot or do you want a glass?
Take a glass.
Anything for you, my friend. And he
Thank
pours you a glass of this very viscous, dark material. You take a sip and it is very strong.
I just neck it.
Neck it.
Take it all down. Yeah.
Go ahead, just for shits. Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Con saving throw. Okay. 13.
13.
Oh, 15 total.
15. So you neck it. You take it down. There's a little burning sensation in your throat, but you manage to not. You wince a little bit, but you take it. And
Okay.
he stands there and he says, I've never seen someone take it quite like that. You must have had a rough day yesterday.
Yeah. You could say that.
Well, I am here to talk to you if you need to air anything out. If not, I am at your service with whatever drink or food you may need.
I'll take another drink, if you don't mind.
Of course. And he pours you another one. And with that, whatever you wish to do, if you wish to just stay there, if there's anything else you want to do.
Down the drink and stay there.
All right. So, with that, Skald and Volstagg. A little bit later in the day, you begin to hear the sounds of the city coming to life. The sounds of the carts and conversation fill your ears, the smells of different baked goods beginning to fill your nose, and the morning sun begins to grace your eyes as you wake. You all feel a little groggy when you wake up, feeling however you think you feel in the moment, whether it be grief, whether it be sadness, anger. And you wake up and you sit at the edges of your beds, and so we'll start with Skald. What would you like to do this morning?
Well, so I'm gonna sit up, do my normal, morning prayer, prepare like my spells for the day. But I am gonna feel obviously still heavy in my heart. I'm gonna give a special prayer for the former Sunborn. But after having the dream of the sunlight, feeling the warmth, and knowing that things do happen for a reason, there's definitely not as much heaviness today. So I am going to actually get up and try to be the positive light again today. So I'm going to, that's pretty much what I'm telling myself, as I'm getting myself ready, kind of self-assuring myself.
Sounds good.
And then I'll just make my way downstairs.
Okay. Volstagg, what do you wish to do this morning?
Feed Scheller, make sure he's taken care of before I go confront my friends about the previous events.
You go ahead and you feed him a little bit of some lettuce, and he just nibbles on it. You hold them in your hands and, just trying to stay, fortified. And as you walk out, you see Skald in the hallway, locking up his door.
Hey, what's up, my dude? You, how you feeling this morning?
Unsettled. How about you?
Feeling better.
Good to hear.
But, I didn't see Takudo. I don't hear him in his room, his room's already, seems shut and everything. I don't know, maybe he beat us awake. Surprised he didn't wake us up. So, I just want you to know before, I'll have you alone, my dude. There's nothing we could have done. We did everything.
It was an unfortunate circumstance that we were put in.
I just wanted, if you felt what I felt last night, then we're still doing good. So, let's go find our sneaky friend.
Yes. Hopefully he's in a better place than yesterday. He seemed upset.
Somehow, I don't feel like he's that kind of person. That's gonna get better overnight.
Yeah, I have that feeling as well.
All right. So the two of you begin to make your way down the stairs, and as you begin to make your way down the stairs, you can hear the hustle and bustle of the city. You can smell the beginnings of cooked meats, baked bread, and you guys see that the establishment is empty. But you see Buksabi currently wiping down a table, whilst paying less attention to the actual table that he's cleaning, and more to the absolutely blasted Sakuro that's currently dancing on top of a table.
That's a side of him I thought I'd never see.
Hey
Oh.
guys.
Hey, buddy, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Why don't we drink more often? This is good. This is good stuff. Thank you, Buksabi. It's great.
You're welcome, my friend. And he just looks at the two of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna look over at Buksabi and just give him a kind of a look of just like, buddy.
Hey, what? Look. I am a bartender. It is my job to tend bars. He came to my bar and needed tending.
He also
He does do bad things.
Okay. All right. Hey, come on down, Scooter. Come on. I'm gonna like reach out for him, like kind of just try to like shuffle him off. Come on. Let's.
Oh, you want a hug, Scold? Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Come here. Big hug.
Yeah, okay, hug.
Right
Yeah.
down here. Okay, and I'm just gonna scoop him off the table. All right, and just sit. We're gonna sit right here. We're gonna sit right. Okay.
Are we? Oh, I'm sick.
Yeah. Just sit down. Hang out for a second. I just gotta look something in my book real quick. If I have this.
Oh, you got books. You're smart.
Yeah, I'm a smart dude. You're a smart dude,
Yeah,
too.
yeah. You're
Yeah,
supposed to. Hi, Volstagg. I haven't seen you since yesterday.
Volstagg doesn't say anything. He just stares disapprovingly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration on him.
Okay. You go ahead and with a very loopy and drunk Sakuro, you go ahead and you pull out your emblem of the Dawnfather. You hold it in your chest and you watch as this radiant energy transforms from the sun into his hand. And he goes ahead and he places his hand on Sakuro's chest. Sakuro, this looks crazy to you. This is like a rave going on.
Oh, there's so many lights.
Yeah,
And then-
just look right at the light, my friend. Right at the light.
And then he touches you.
Oh, we don't look at the light though.
And then he touches you. And you feel the energy fill your body and flush through. And because being drunk is considered a poison to your body, Lesser Restoration restores it, and you are now 100% sober.
Hey
Hey,
man,
guys.
I'm just gonna be like slapping him on the cheek. Just hey, you with us now? Good?
Yeah. Whoa. Okay, that was it.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, think we have to have a talk.
Do we?
My dude. Okay. So
You see Buksabi come up and say, "This is probably a conversation that I should probably not be here for, so I'm gonna go ahead and head into the back. If you need me, come and get me." And he begins to walk away.
I clearly haven't known each other for the longest, but that's not you. What I just saw. What's going on, my man? Like, I'm feeling grief too, but we're not responsible for what happened. I know there was some things in that fight that didn't go our way. That's gonna happen. We're gonna have ups and downs. We're gonna lose people that we're trying to save. But we saved somebody. He can make a difference. He's a shitty human being from what I've seen, but hopefully people can change. And I know we've changed. just over this amount of time, and we're doing good. And I just don't want to see you getting yourself hurt or getting us hurt from making little mistakes like this and making things worse. So just know we're good. I know that my God doesn't find us in any type of hatred for what happened. He's saying we're on the right path. I believe that. Just, I don't know if there's anything you need to get off your chest. I just wanted to say that first.
Well, I haven't exactly been truthful with how I speak to you guys. I have been putting on a voice. Out of many reasons, I'll be honest. Some which I don't think I'm quite ready to discuss yet. But what happened yesterday back there, it brought back a bit of a past which I don't like. A past which I thought would never come back up again. And, well, it's back again.
What do you mean?
How do you mean it's back?
Yes.
Well, the events of yesterday are similar in a sense to what happened back then. Mistakes of the government, people dying. It's just a cycle that I see repeating. And I don't like it.
And we're gonna change. But Volstagg, I also notice you're taking it a little heavy yourself over there. I know, I guess we can kind of just, let's get it all out there right now. I didn't think about this being a very worthwhile group for what I had planned, but you guys have shown me that we're stronger together, no matter what. We can take on anything, and I know that we're going to change the world.
This group
Yeah.
is the first family I've had in so long. And watching us fail yesterday, seeing your faith die in front of you, seeing Sakudo blame himself, it's not something I like to experience.
That's fair, and I should have put on a better. I should have took it better. I shouldn't have gotten so heated in the moment, I guess you could say.
You took it far
No.
better than I would have.
You definitely had every right to do what you did.
But we can do better. We can be better from here on out. We just have to work at it. That was our first, to be fair, that was our first big thing we accomplished together. Really, really made a difference right there. So just think, next time, we're going to kill it.
Yeah.
But
We'll do it.
I think we need some food. I think the alcohol's still in your stomach. So let's get something to soak that up.
Yeah,
But
it's
worth it,
100%. It's 100% still in your body. It's just not
yeah.
poisoning it anymore. So you guys go ahead and you call over Buksabi, and he goes ahead and comes over and says, "Okay, what can I get for you this morning?"
A king's like breakfast for all of us.
Of course,
And I'll just put down.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
On the house, huh? I may or may not have been listening, and if what you say is true, and you took out these people, it is on the house. Don't you worry.
Well, Buksabi, you're a good friend.
As are all of you.
And I forgive you for getting my friend extremely drunk.
Hey, that
Look-
was my fault,
Hey,
Skull.
hey, hey! Look,
Just-
look. He paid me. He wanted a drink. I am a bartender. Look, you're right. I fucked up. But hey,
Yeah, just-
he was upset. He needed a drink. I didn't think. I
Oh,
mean, you look
Buksabi.
over, and there's 2 glasses that he paid for that he never even actually drank because he just
I'll
got
take
drunk.
those.
He got drunk off of 3.
Hey, well, hold on, Volstagg. I paid for those.
I just glare at you kind of
We'll
disapprovingly.
save
Point
some
taken.
for tonight.
Point taken.
Alright.
All right. So he goes ahead and he goes out and he starts making a delicious breakfast for all of you. And he brings it out and it's piles of meats, bacon, ham, different sausages, plethora of different cooked and steamed vegetables for anyone who chooses to not eat meat, and various amounts of bread and pastries that he had prepared. And he says, "Eat up, please. You need it."
Don't have to tell me twice.
Same here.
All right. You guys begin to
Technically, you're eating for 2. You and Wolfstag there.
So, with your bellies full of a delicious breakfast prepared by Buksabi himself, you all sit there, kind of cleaning off your mouths, finishing off whatever remaining bits of the meal you would wish to consume. And Scald, as you finish up, you hear a message in your head. The familiar voice of the newly curated Sun Warden Leah Mistralith. And she says, "When you are finished up with your morning activities, please come and see me. I have a bit of news."
Of course.
And that is it.
Cool. I'll let's let them know. Be like, hey guys. Oh, yeah, so I was all right. Leah just requests us to stop by there. Just to let you guys know. We can head right after breakfast.
Should probably clean up first, as I have like food just pouring out of my mouth.
All right, you guys go ahead. You stack up the plates for Buksabi. He begins to take them back and forth from the kitchen. And he says, "Well, like I was telling Sakudo this morning, I was very worried when I heard about the Colosseum. I knew you were participating. And I was very, very, very scared. But seeing you all here today is a blessing."
Buksabi, to come back here and see you and not be dead. It's great.
I bet. But anyway, you enjoy the rest of your day's activities, and I will be here tonight when you come back.
Thank you for the food.
Of course.
Yeah.
I could see that
Thank
you
you,
you have a little bit right there next to your tusk.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Be on with your way, huh?
Yes. Yeah, let's head out of here with our new sounding friend here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's-
give you
that's-
crap for that.
Oh, this is gonna come back to bite me. Oh, heads up. I won't sound like this with Leah Mistralith. I'll go back to Gruff.
It's all good.
All right. With that, you begin to make your way through the hustle and the bustle of the city in the early mornings. Even though the city suffered a very grave casualty this last day, people are still going back to business as normal because they know that even though the grief may be in their hearts, the city must go on, continue to produce its goods, and provide for small families that need it the most. And you guys begin to walk through the smells, the sounds. A little bit more sorrow than previous, but nonetheless still active. And with that, you begin to make your way up into the Daybreak Sanctum and open the doors, and it is a very, very different contrast. As you walk in, it is silence. And you presume, Scald, that the entire church now knows of the passing of the Sun Warden.
Yeah. I mean, that's just inevitable. But yeah. Just still trying to keep at least the somewhat positive demeanor as I walk.
All right. And you begin to make your way to the Sun Warden's chambers. You knock on the door, and you hear her say, "Come in."
Okay, enter.
All right, and she is currently sitting at a desk in the center of the room, currently looking at a plethora of papers stacked very high. She says, it is good to see you. You look a lot better than you did yesterday."
Yeah, with the night's rest, it definitely gives you time to know what's important.
Indeed. Well.
And by the looks of it, those papers are pretty important.
Well, it is trivial things that need to be done. Especially when you have somebody in office who's trying to do a lot of reform. And she looks at you guys and says, "It seems that Klein has been very active in his pursuits to fix this situation, thanks to apparently a little bit of wording from Skald and Sakado, yes?"
Well, we'll see how long it lasts, but I'm glad to know that he's keeping to his word for now.
It seems you scared him shitless.
Ha.
Don't worry, I gave him a bit of mine as well. I wasn't going to let him leave without knowing that something was to be done. Here, take a look at this one. And she hands you a piece of paper, Skald. And you read it, and it is a draft up of a potential new governmental institution. Not an institution, but something to institute. And it is very familiar. It is a small tax increase on the wealthy to provide new homes and provide jobs in building new homes to help pay people, get them on their feet, and then give them a place to stay. Very similar to the plan that Sophidia had and proposed.
Well, I'm going to show it to Sakudo. Just kind of give him a little, "Hey man, I told you. Good things."
Yeah, I guess so.
While their methods were detestable, can't lie, it's not a horrible plan, if executed correctly. But, anywho, that's enough of him. Hopefully he continues to do what he needs to do. And if he doesn't, rightfully so, as the new Sun Warden, I will remove him myself. But anyway, enough of that. More interesting news. I would have had you do it, but I did not wish to put you in that position once again. But I decided to send Octavius and his battalion down into the quote-unquote temple to make sure that there was nothing else left there. And they, rightfully so, burnt it to the ground. But they gathered quite a bit of interesting things before they did that. Obviously, any bodies that were found were collected and buried. Even though they are horrible people, they deserve a burial. But they found some interesting things. And she basically points at all the papers that she's looking at. There's a lot of information here, but mostly a lot of nothing. I'm sure you understand that these people, or at least a majority of them, were Yuan-Ti. And for those of you who don't know, that is a snake-like individual, possessing qualities of snakes. This language is draconic, yes, and the reason we do not understand is because it is Yuan-Ti. which is an offshoot of Draconic. So while, yes, some of the words we can understand, some of them that are there that we cannot. Specifically, Sophosophidia. Well, we found a lot of writings. That individual that you put a swift end to claims to call himself Belzor, or at least claimed to call himself Belzor. And in all these sprawlings of writings, it becomes evident that he was contacted via the cloaked serpent through dreams. Dreams of torture, pain, and he offered him power in exchange for the lives of innocents. So he created Sophosophidia as an organization that was supposed to look as if it was doing good things, when in reality the entire point was to get these people on his side, to kill them all. And his last entry, presumably before you rightfully put him in the ground, was about how excited he was to have the Sun Warden in his grasp. But the most important thing that we've found from this, well, even though that's all important, is that we now know what Sophosophidia means. It roughly, but somehow directly into the Yanti language, translates into the Serpent Sages. Which, if we would have known, probably would have given us a key insight to the true intentions of them. But nonetheless, they are down, they are put in the ground, their temple is burned to shambles, and the three of you are heroes.
Well, heroes is a very thank you for that. So
Well, you deserve it. And speaking of deserving, best to prepare yourself, because 3 days from now I've already set up a celebration. A ceremony, if you will. So,
that's very unnecessary.
well, you may think so. I do not. You need to understand that what you did saved a lot of people. Who knows what could have happened if you didn't step in. I know, it's hard to handle and think about, but you did the right thing. And I'm sure you know that. But, anyway, yes, 3 days from now, you have no say in the matter. I'm terribly sorry. There's going to be a celebration. Whether you like it or not, Scald. Also, by the way, in speaking with colleagues and discussing this matter and obviously getting the celebration approved, it's very difficult to refer to you all as Scald, Sakado, and Volstagg. You really need to find something. Anything. It's very wordy. Yes?
Yeah. It's kind of... The group kind of needs, I get a name, but also at the same time, nothing's really been appointed to us.
That's true.
So I don't know, it's like to give ourselves a name feels a little gauche.
Well, I mean, at this point, I think everybody would understand.
It's fair.
I mean, not everyone knows exactly what happened, but once they do, if they hear that you named yourself, I'm sure that would be the least of their concerns. Anywho,
Sure.
that is something for you to discuss amongst yourselves. I have papers I need to get to. So please, try to enjoy the next few days.
Absolutely.
And she looks at Volstagg and Sakado and she says, "That means you two as well."
Thank you.
Oh yes, I mean they're going to be right up there with me. Clearly,
Of course, all of you will
right
be.
up my side.
Rightfully so. Well, be on your way then. Hmm? enjoy your time. Oh, and Scald, may I talk to you in private for just a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, boys, men, gentlemen. And she closes the door, and the two of you are in that room, and she says, "What I'm about to say next might make you upset with me, and rightfully so. But yesterday made me realize one important thing. And it's that you are worth so much more than being stuck here. You have goals that far outreach the arms of the sanctum. Your determination for good is commendable. And I want you to explore the world. So with that, I'm going to dismiss you of your clerical duties from henceforth. You are still part of the church. You will still forever be a part of the church, but you are free to do whatever you wish, and you do not have to report here anymore if you don't choose to."
I'd be lying if I said that wasn't exactly what I wanted in the first place. I love being part of this, and this has been my life for as long as, I care to remember. But that's why I wanted to get out in those missions and go explore on my own. I didn't feel like this was where I was meant to be held. I feel just like the flame burning within me, I had to spread.
No, and you're right, and my apologies for keeping you sheltered all these years. It was never my intention to harm you in any way, but now more than ever, I understand that you were meant to be a burning blaze of ember out in the world. And for that, I thank you. And you are always welcome here, and you are still a member of this church as long as I am here. As long as I am breathing. But I want you to do what you want to do. You deserve it.
Well, I appreciate you, and I will stay in contact. You will not hear nothing from me anymore. I will let you know I'm still alive on every occasion.
I would expect nothing more. And maybe one day when you come back for good to lie down and live your life, or maybe you don't come back here, it will not be the last time that we meet, I guarantee you that.
Absolutely.
But yes, be on your way. Be with your friends.
Yep. And yeah, I'll just give a bow and I'll leave.
She does the same, lets you go, closes the door behind you, and your two friends are there.
All right, guys. Well, we've got a couple of days to kill. It's still early. What do you guys feel like doing?
I don't know.
I could
Right.
use some supplies.
All right. Let's go refill on our. I can get some, some stuff too for my spells. So let's go.
All right, you guys go ahead and you head into the beautiful marketplace. Once again, the smells, everything, the sights. It's just fun to be there. It's intriguing. It's intriguing to the two of you, Volstagg and Sakado. But yes, what do you all wish to buy here today? If you're going to buy something,
Let me check my inventory.
or
real
look,
quick.
what do you want to look for? I guess that's the question.
I don't really need anything.
No, I didn't really need anything. I just figured I could just tag along and just get it if I see
Anything?
see anything. Yeah. So I don't really need anything for spells. I usually use for a focus. So. Unless I need rations, but
I don't know how many rations you each have.
I have
I have
11
6.
left.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I mean, I guess really what would deduce all that is what you guys plan to do after this.
Yeah. No idea.
That would determine how many rations you might need or what you might need.
Yeah, so well, I'm not gonna worry about it right now.
Yeah. So,
Anything for you, Bryce?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a couple more rations.
All right.
Just stock up on some. Let's buy 4 rations. That way, it'll put me up to 15.
Yeah, so 4 rations would be let's see. 1 ration is half a gold. So 2 golds for a ration. Or no. 1 gold.
2 rations for a gold.
2 rations for a gold, so 2 gold for 4 rations. Sorry, math is hard.
4 rations. Okay.
So yeah, just 2 gold for 4 rations.
Not
Should be
bad.
good. And with that, what would you guys like to do next? At this point in time, I will tell you, you have 3 days worth of downtime to do whatever it is you wish. Any roleplay things you might want to do, storyline stuff, more conversations, or if you want to just pass the time, that is fine as well.
I know as Full Stag, he'd probably want to explore the outskirts of the city, considering this is a new area and he's very in tune with the wilderness.
Okay. That's perfectly fine.
The rest of you would like to tag along.
Oh yeah. I ain't got nothing else going on.
All right. So,
Awesome.
what exactly do you want? Do you want the outskirts of the city, or do you mean the desert outside of the walls?
The desert.
The desert. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys go ahead and you make it through. And on the inside of these walls, these gigantic walls that protect the city, you see intricate designs of a battlefront. A beautiful battle that, Scald, you know is to be indicative of the battle that ensued to release and liberate Ataro from the dastardly coalition that they were a part of. Directly correlates to the Liberation Festival. And as you guys walk through and exit the walls, you are met with the desert. For miles upon miles on end. Just rust-colored sand and a pounding sun on your guys' bodies. So, what exactly are you looking for? Are you just trying to get a sense of this area? Are you just trying to become in tune with it?
Just kind of, what do you call it here? Familiarize himself with a new area, kind of learn how better to adapt in this kind of area, because being a druid, being in touch with nature, but he's only been in the mountains and the forest. He doesn't know anything
else
beyond that.
Yeah.
So
okay, so you go ahead and you kind of get down on your knees and kind of touch the sand to try and familiarize yourself with it. Go ahead and for me make See, you know what? I'm going to have you make a nature check. But I don't like the way that nature is. I understand that the way they implied is that nature's intelligence because you would be reading about it. I would say this is a nature check based on wisdom because you're actively touching the sand. So go ahead and make a, we'll say, D20 plus 6. Let's go ahead and see that.
yeah. I got a 14. So I got a 20.
A 20?
Oh, no, is that 11? No, that's a 4. 14, right? Focus.
I can't find it. Hold on.
There. Yeah, that's a 14.
Yeah, 14.
14? Okay. You
Yep.
go ahead, you get down, and you feel the sand kind of run through your hands. It's a sensation that you're not really familiar with. You've touched sand before at the bottoms of ponds here and there, but it's not really sand. This is a completely different sensation, and as you begin to touch every grain and feel every grain, you begin to familiarize yourself with this area. You know that it gets very hot in the mornings and very cold at night. And you now feel like you have a better understanding of this area. You feel while not perfectly in tune with it, you feel as if you are beginning to reach out to other parts of the world and truly gather an understanding of what it is to be in Eros. So, what else would you like to do?
Want to do a little bit of exploration, see if there's any creatures I could see. So,
Okay. So make a perception check for me.
Oh, right. It's D20 plus 4. That's a nat 20.
Oh shoot!
Oh,
All right.
wow.
So, let's see here. You, with a very keen eye, really trying to understand what's going on, to really want to learn about this area. You begin to look around. You begin to start exploring. You analyze the different wildlife, the different plants, the flora and fauna. You see many different forms of cactus, a plant that you know about, that you've read about, but you've never actually come across before. Many different rock formations. The color of the sand here is that deep brown rust color that really just gives it its charm. And you see little mouse-like creatures kind of hopping to and from. You see a plethora of smaller horned lizards, very different than the giant ones that you had ridden in the tournament. You can see little holes in the ground that you presume are maybe gopher holes, but upon further inspection seems to be more of a snake hole. You begin to hear a little shaking sound from within the hole. Presumably a rattlesnake. And you just begin to explore. And you now, being really getting down and touching the sand and then being able to analyze a lot of the wildlife and the plant life, you really do feel like you have a better grasp on what it means to be in a desert.
Friends, is there anything you wish to do while we're out here in nature?
Oh man, I mean, I've been out in this desert more times than I can count. Is there? I mean, what were you looking for? Any new animals you wanted to maybe look for that you've never seen? Any desert animals?
You have camels.
Dude,
Yeah,
I mean,
you guys have
yeah,
camels.
I would assume so. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Do you want to go look for some camels?
I kind of want to go look for some camels.
All right, let's go look
Wait,
for
you-
some camels.
Wait, you guys have camels here?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like anything you've seen in the forest. I'm sure.
Oh,
It's
no.
not a- it's not a
I've
tree.
always...
It's not a tree. I don't.
Oh, that's definitely not going away ever. I've always wanted to see a camel, so yeah, let's go find these camels.
All right, you guys go ahead and you start walking through, making your way a little bit further away from the desert, but not too far. Go ahead and everybody make me a perception check.
Boop, advantage.
So close to 19. I got 11. Oh, there you go.
All
Let's
right.
go look up the 19.
19 altogether.
All right, Bryce.
Wow.
I rolled it.
Oh, you did?
I rolled it on here. I got
Oh,
a nat
okay.
20.
Wow, 2 nat 20s.
Oh.
My man wants to find animals really badly.
I want to know.
He does.
Anyway, so yes, almost immediately you turn the corner around the walls of the city, and you can immediately see a caravan of camels currently making their way through. Together, you can see a little baby camel within this group, and they are just minding their own business, traveling around. And so, yeah.
As you want, like, I mean, look, one of them's got a little bit of a patch on it, like where it's like a white patch, or you could just go for that all beige one right there, or that one's like a darker one. I like that color.
Man, they look weird.
They're an interesting animal for sure.
Like, what's with their legs? Like, those weird legs. Definitely not like anything I've seen.
Yeah, you know those humps? Yeah, those humps hold water. Isn't that weird?
What?
Yeah.
So wait.
They're not just for sitting. I know that, like, they're not just for like sitting in between. Yeah, no, those actually hold water for the animal.
Wait. So if they hold water, if I like push down on it, well, like, where is the hump soft? Is it hard? Like, is it just
No.
water in there, or just like their bone stopping people from like pushing the hump?
You know, I've never actually tried, so let's go figure that out.
Yes.
Well, let's go.
All right, you guys want to go up to the camels?
Yeah, sure.
I want to go up to the camel with the intent to push.
How are you going to make your way to them? Are you just walking up to them nonchalantly? Or are you trying to be like careful about it?
Okay. Now,
Oh no, I'm definitely.
I don't know if it's these or another animal, but I know one of them will spit. So,
What?
yeah.
Spit?
Like, it's gonna hawk a loogie on us.
What? Oh no.
But that might not
Wait.
be that. I forget.
Wait, I have a question. If it can I catch it with my gloves of missile snare?
I would assume not, because it's not a projectile; it's a fucking spit.
Oh, that's a shit. Hey, it says any ranged attack. I'm pretty
but it's-
sure.
it-
Let me just double check.
But it wouldn't be an attack; it's just spitting on you.
It could be.
Ranged weapon. Okay.
That's-
yeah.
It specifically has to be a weapon.
It's not gonna do
Okay.
damage to you.
You guys want me to see if I can calm one so you can
Wait,
get close
just
to it?
can you just turn into one and then we can just poke you?
Wait, yeah.
I don't like that idea.
No, but like that's way
I
safer.
like that idea.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think that's way safer.
I'm proficient at
Yeah.
animal handling.
You have to go like touch the llama or the I almost called it a llama, the camel, or do like you just seeing it? Is that good enough? Like, do you have to like
In this
Have
instance,
to eat it?
he's no God no.
shoot the camel?
He would just have to experience its mannerisms in the wild, and once that was complete, which is what he's done, he's been looking at them, he can transform into them.
Ooh. Yeah, no, you should totally do that so we can poke you. So I don't have to go after
Not
those
turning
ones.
into a
Yeah.
camel so you can poke me.
Oh, come on.
I'm going to go catch one of these camels for you.
All right. So, what exactly do you do to try to catch a camel?
Okay, so first, I'll approach them slowly, and I'm going to use my druid craft to kind of create some whatever that is I see them eating in my hands.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make an animal handling check with advantage. Hands up, slowly moving through. 15. Okay. Not bad. You don't exactly know how to approach these animals, so it's not as pristine as what you would normally be known to do. But you are able to slowly make your way up, and the baby comes over and kind of sniffs your hand a little bit, kind of intrigued with what's going on. And you can see that one of them kind of like interposes themselves between you and the baby.
Oh shit, he pissed the mom off.
No, it's not. It doesn't look angry. It's just like,
I know, but that's what we're just saying, like
yeah, okay.
standing
yeah.
back.
That's what they're
Standing
thinking.
back. Yeah, standing back.
Oh, no.
Look, Staggerton doesn't know camels. He's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, like, do we save him? No, let's see how this plays out.
Yeah.
I offer the food to the baby camel.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Make another animal handling check.
With disadvantage.
No, just regular. Just regular, because
Aw.
now it's the baby we're talking about here.
Oh no.
A 9.
I scared the baby.
The baby sniffs and begins to eat, but the mother just kind of like interjects her head down, like and pushes your hand away, and like kind of like doesn't look angry per se, but is kind of like, "What the fuck are you doing to my baby?"
Thought he was good with animals.
You guys are scaring them.
But we're right
What do
in
you
the
mean? I'm hiding. Wait, make it. Should I make a stealth check?
You know what? Yeah, you know what? Fine, come on. Disadvantage.
Yeah, make your guys' stealth checks.
Well, I got an 11 from a 2, so I'll take it.
I got a 10.
It's a desert, guys. Where the fuck would you be hiding?
I don't know.
I'm
In the
gonna
sand
duke
dune.
myself into. Wait, is it windy? Is it windy?
It's a normal day.
Oh, okay.
You guys just like lie down in the
lie
sand
down.
and think that it works.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
kind of, I'll take my other hand and I'm gonna grow a flower to try and, I don't know, give them a sense
Trying to
of
swoo it or
friendliness.
something?
Okay, go
Wait,
ahead.
You're seducing the camel?
Go ahead and
Take it out
make.
on
I am trying to seduce the camel.
Jesus Christ. Go ahead and make another animal handling check.
Is he taking it on a date? I don't get
I don't know. I think we should talk.
That's
to
a 16.
him about this.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think he's taking this
Um,
whole thing.
The camel begins to sense that at this moment you're not doing anything that's directly harming them. And while they don't really understand the gesture you're trying to produce, the camel kind of lets its guard down a little bit. Still protecting the baby, but its own guard is now down a little bit, understanding that you haven't really done anything to warrant any form of defense.
Ball stag! Poke the hump! I just kind of look back at Scald, look back at the camel, and offer the mother food.
Okay, make another animal handling check.
He's not gonna poke the hump, is he?
If people say animal handling isn't useful. All right, a 17. The mother, while having its guard let down a little bit, is more invited towards the idea and begins to nibble a little bit out of your hand.
While she's nibbling out of my hand, I reach for the hump to poke it.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I would say maybe okay. This is either
Sleight of
animal
hand.
This is either animal handling or sleight of hand.
I'd say sleight of hand.
I would say sleight of hand.
I'm gonna get kicked by a
Please.
camel.
Please fail. Please fail. Please fail.
Natural one.
That one.
I got a 14.
A 14.
It's decent.
While the mother is eating the food, you go ahead and you begin to touch the hump. And so what are you doing? You're just trying to poke it?
Gently, not just like straight up stab it, kind of
Okay.
just feel it.
What
More
are
of like a
you-
petting motion.
What are you exactly looking for with this?
What are we exactly looking for with this?
Are camel humps soft? Are they hard? Do they
Like, can you
they
move
feel like
the water
water?
inside them?
Yeah,
I-
I don't
yeah.
know, man. I'm curious.
We
Is
just
it
want to
like
know
a
what camel
water
humps feel like.
Is it just a water balloon up on its back? Like, that's the question.
Mhm. Okay, so you go ahead and you touch the camel's hump, and it is very, very firm.
Okay. It's firm, guys. It's not squishy.
Oh.
Wait, have I been lied to my whole life?
Well, at least you've been around camels.
Camel humps don't actually hold water.
Yeah, I mean, you made me do fucking research on a camel right now.
I
'cause of
made you
this.
Google
And
that.
I
did
literally,
too.
I did Google.
Wait, they don't?
Camels
They
do
don't.
not store water in their humps. That's not what they're for.
It actually stores fat.
Yeah, it's for fat.
Wait.
Wait,
So,
hold up, what?
so you're completely.
Is this serious?
He was completely
Wait,
wrong.
is it?
I'm 100% serious.
Wait, what?
I had to look it up. I had to do camel research in the middle of this fucking episode. You think I would get
Yeah,
it
it's
wrong?
more for food storage and that, not water storage.
Yeah, and a camel's hump feels like a horse. It's very solid and firm.
Well, that I've been
My
like the
whole
whole
life
life
I-
about camels.
Scald is now having an
What?
existential
Dude.
crisis.
Literally.
I'm having an existential crisis right now.
I thought yesterday was bad. My God.
I can't believe I had to do camel research. Fucking A. All right.
D&D.
You're currently feeding a camel and touching its hump. How do you feel?
I am
Meanwhile,
excited.
we're over there freaking out, just like, wait, it doesn't make sense.
They're like freaking out in the sand. They're like, "What the fuck? What is this?"
what does it all mean?
Volstagg is just out peace. He's feeding nature and touching it. He loves it.
Okay.
He finally feels at home
Good.
in the desert.
That's exactly what he was looking for. So, with that, what do you guys wish to do now? You guys have a bunch of time. You guys have, if there's anything you want to do. If not, I just leave it. I'm putting it in your hands.
I'm good.
Scald. Is there any other desert animals we should know about?
I thought I knew them, but now I don't. I don't know, man.
anything.
I don't know. Well, I've been living here my whole life thinking that there was water in those humps. There's not. What about snakes? Do they really not have arms? Maybe they do. I don't know.
I think we need to find some snakes and test that theory.
I know where a snake hole is, but you're gonna have to grab it out, Sakudo.
I'll do my best. Take us to the snake hole, Volstagg.
I love D&D so much. This is my favorite game. We're playing Desert Animal Simulator right now. All right, so Volstagg, you lead them to the snake hole.
Giggity.
And no, that's not a
come
tavern
on.
name. That's not a tavern name. All right,
Good tavern.
and you see, it would be a good tavern name. You see, a rattlesnake hole.
I just point to the hole. There it is.
Okay, all right. So
Dog's the hole.
I'm going to have lesser restoration on standby.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I got you, bud.
Let me see if I can make anything.
Wait, how big is the hole?
It's like
Giggity.
a regular. You've seen snakes before. It's like a regular sized snake hole.
Oh, I have an idea.
I don't know how big snake holes are.
Giggity. Phrasing, man. Come on.
I have an idea, Sakudo. You may not have to touch it.
What? Wait.
I'm going to use my druid craft to start creating the noises of an injured mouse.
Oh, you fucking genius. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. You go ahead and you kind of shush them and you start to make a squeak, squeak, squeak. Yeah, it's like a whining, whimpering, dying mouse. Go ahead and make an animal handling check with advantage. I've never had to use animal handling this much, and it's great.
All right.
Not
With
one, not
advantage.
one. Oh, with advantage.
Oh my god, I got a nat 20.
And that
Oh
20
my
for 26.
goodness.
Almost instantly, the rattlesnake kind of slithers out, looking for the injured mouse, and then comes face to face with fucking 3 large human beings. And so yeah,
Ever thought about like a snake charmer? Because that was cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And I just died and
didn't
grabbed the
think it'd
snake.
work.
all right. He dives for the snake. Go ahead and make an, I don't even know, a sleight of hand, I would say.
Well, I'm diving for it.
I
I'm
was
not
gonna
trying
say,
to be
like,
sneaky.
It's acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, like
I would say
opposed
acrobatics. Oh yeah, it would be an
grapple.
opposed grapple. All right, let me pull up a rattlesnake stats. Hold on.
Is grapple strength or athletics? I think grappling's
We'll say it's
athletics, isn't
contested
it?
athletics.
Okay, same modifier. Doesn't make a difference.
All right.
I was not expecting him to dive on it.
Okay, 15.
Yeah, it rolled a 7. You catch it.
Yes.
But
okay,
it's like you don't really know how to handle a snake, so you just like have it, and it's like it's gonna try to bite you.
Yeah, now what? Now what?
All
You have
right.
a snake in your hands.
That's going to be a 19 to hit.
Oh, you that hits.
It's a snake. It's just trying to bite you. Okay, it bites you on the hand. You take 1 piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
You've got to hold it by the back of the head. You're just
Oh,
holding
no.
it by the tail.
No,
You take. Oh fuck! Hold on.
Better get that lesser restoration.
You take 5 points of poison damage
Oh my goodness.
as well as you get bit, and the venom just pulses through your body. It's just like woof, 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 and starts to like run through your bloodstream. I need you to make a dexterity check with disadvantage to see if you can keep holding it. Because it just bit you.
I'm flipping dying over here. Oh, this is great. Hey, 17 with disadvantage.
Yeah, you managed to keep hold of it.
Okay, this time I grab it by the head.
Okay, you grab it by the head this time, and you're opening its mouth. You can see that the venom is dripping out of the mouth right now, along with some blood from your hand.
Do we have like a vial?
I don't know, do you?
Let me check my inventory.
Yeah, let me check mine.
I have adventuring gear, whatever that means.
I was just gonna say, because like if we haven't had like a potion we've used, or
Yeah, you guys don't have any potions or anything.
water skin won't work.
Oh,
Actually, didn't someone use some sort of potion?
Oh, actually, you know what I can do? I can dump out. So I have holy water. That's in a flask.
It would be in a flask, yeah.
Yeah, I can dump that out and try to like. All right, now just like push.
Anti-venom?
Yeah. Well, I was just like, yeah, try to get some of that venom into the flask.
All right,
Wait.
do a medicine check.
Volstagg, do you know how to like squeeze it out?
I can also do a medicine check. I have proficient in it.
All right.
The snake kind of squeezed it out into my hand.
Do you want to assist me?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. It's gonna be a 22.
All right, 22. Yeah, that's gonna do it. You're gonna get a fair bit of some rattlesnake venom.
And I'll hand it to Sakudo and be like, well, I think if you put this on a dagger or something, this could do some extra. So, go, man.
Thank you. All it cost was a hand.
He's just standing there holding a rattlesnake,
Yeah.
bleeding.
Yeah, he's just holding a rattlesnake by the mouth, and he's just like, "I'm fine." All right,
Everything is
Yeah.
fine.
you go ahead and you like let it back, and it like slithers back in its hole.
I was kind of hoping to spin it around a bit. Get some revenge.
What the fuck? You're gonna like, rodeo whip a snake?
Right, just
Front of the druid?
Yeah, in front of the
We are
druid.
not about animal abuse here.
I mean, you did just steal its venom real quick.
Well, that's at least humanely.
That's fair, I guess. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I'll let it back go.
Okay, you let it go.
Let it back go.
Oh my god.
I look at Sakudo and then his wound and go, maybe next time you should let the druid handle the animal.
Sorry, forest instincts.
Oh
He
my
just got all
goodness.
excited.
All right. So
Snake!
So I don't know if it who has it? Who did you give it to? The venom.
I give it to Sakudo.
Okay. Let me go ahead and check something really quickly because I prepared for this. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't fucking prepare for this. Are you kidding me? Why would I do that?
Who could
What, you didn't think we were going to go like snake venom farming in today's episode?
No, of course not. Come on, people. But there is something called serpent venom, which I have now added to your inventory.
Oh,
look at that. That's cool.
That I did not create because there's no way in hell I would have prepared for that. So basically what it does is this poison must be harvested from a dead or incapacitated poisonous snake, which is what you did. A creature subjected to this poison must succeed on a DC 11 Constitution saving throw, taking 3d6 poison damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. And it is considered injury, which means that injury poison can be applied to weapons, ammunition, trap components, and other objects that deal piercing or slashing damage and remains potent until delivered through a wound or washed off. A creature that takes piercing or slashing damage from an object coated with this poison is exposed to its effects. So you could pour it on a weapon, you could just open it and throw it in somebody's eyes, and you now have that. One use, but you have some venom.
I wonder if it'll work when evaporated.
We'll have to find
Turn
out.
it into a gas? Stop it.
All right. So
create
with that,
bomb.
we'll say that it begins to get a little later in the day, and you guys go ahead. You head back to the Tilted Grain Tavern and Inn, and you guys can do whatever you want. Do you guys want to, if there's any other conversations you wish to have over the next course of these 3 days, let me know. And yeah.
Did we heal Sakura?
That's up to you.
He's fine. He didn't get poisoned. He just took some of the damage.
Oh, he didn't get poisoned?
No, he just
No,
took
he
the
didn't
damage.
get
Okay. Okay, I missed
Yeah.
that. I thought he was poisoned this whole time.
No, it just
Nah.
did poison damage to him. I mean, if you
Okay.
guys were normal people, he would probably be dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
Yeah.
fucking rattlesnake.
But yeah, if you get bit by a rattlesnake, that's like some heavy shit. But you guys are, warriors.
Just suck it out
Yeah.
real quick.
So yeah.
Giggity.
So yeah.
That's actually one of the safest, or pretty safe to do as long as you like spit.
Yeah, you gotta spit.
Oh
but
my
then you
I,
oh,
Don't swallow.
sure.
Oh my god.
Quitter.
All right. So, what do you guys wish to do?
what about those
Sleep for
drinks
the
that
3
is
days,
full?
and then drink
What?
tonight, then sleep for the next 2 days in anticipation for the thing that I'm gonna have anxiety for.
Okay. So you guys go ahead. You guys have a drink for the night. Full Skull, is there any... I'm sorry. You already said that you just want to sleep. Sakudo, is there anything you want to do for these next few days?
Go around see if there's any like odd jobs or hints of a quest that people want accomplished.
All right. Go ahead and make an investigation check to go around and ask people if they need a hand or if they have anything.
Can I
15.
accompany Sakudo on this?
Sure. Go ahead. You can
Cool.
you could do it with advantage.
Okay, so that's just another roll. Yeah, 15 with advantage.
15 with advantage. Okay. You go around, and honestly, it seems that not a lot of people are looking for help around here. And the reason is because there's a lot of homeless people that are trying to do the same thing, and they get there before you can even see if anybody needs assistance with anything. They're already working hard to provide for their families, so they get there before you find anything.
Okay.
Beat by the panhandlers.
They're not
Goddamn.
panhandlers per
I was
se.
kidding. I was
Some of them might be. You don't know. There are some bad people out there in the world that do that. But yeah. So yeah, you don't really find anything.
Cool.
All right. And Volstagg, aside from looking with Sakudo, is there anything that you wish to look for, pursue, or otherwise roleplay in any aspect?
No, I think I'm good with what I wanted to do. Experience the desert, got a few new wild shapes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I just kind of relax and hang out with the guys until our ceremony.
Alrighty, so you guys enjoy the beautiful 3 days that you are provided, and you guys wake up the morning that you know is the celebration, and you begin to make your way downstairs, and you are greeted with an interesting sight. The tavern itself is relatively empty, but you can see that Buksabi is standing there at the bottom, dressed rather fancifully. Nothing too crazy, but something a lot fancier than his typical attire, and he walks up to you and says, "Well, well, well, there you are, the main attraction, huh?"
Yes, so.
so would it seem.
Good morning, my friends. Last night I was reached out by the Sun Warden herself, and she requested that I accompany you to the town square. And he opens the door, and you can see a beautifully decorated cart, basically a convertible cart, that has orange decal of the Dawnfather on it. And he says, "Shall we?"
Yeah.
All right. You guys go ahead and hop in, and Buksabi goes ahead and hops onto a horse that is pulling this cart, and you guys go ahead and make your way through the streets. And as you turn a corner, you can see thousands upon thousands of people standing on the sides of the streets, small fireworks in hand, color packets little color pieces of paper. And as soon as they see your cart, they begin to cheer and clap, erupt with cheers of ceremonious occasions. The feeling's very reminiscent of your guys' victory in the first round of the High Disc tournament, but even more so. And you guys ride through the town, the city, mind myself, for about 5 minutes, slowly going through, passing this crowd of people, until you guys reach the town square, where there's currently a stage set up and a podium. There are seating arrangements for many, many, many people, but a specific seating arrangement for the three of you. And behind you are 2 other seats, just for convenience sake, where Buxabi sits in one, and in the other you see Octavius Dayglade, who gives a noble nod to you, Scald. And as the crowd begins to settle and die down a little bit, you see the Sun Warden Leah Mistralith begin to approach the podium, and everything begins to simmer. And she taps a little thing on her wrist, and you can see that she's casting prestidigitation to make her voice sound a lot louder, more boomy. And she says, "Good evening, citizens of Ataro. I am Sun Warden Leah Mistralith of the Daybreak Sanctum, Temple of the Dawnfather. As you all know, on the 16th of this very month, our beautiful home was struck by a malicious act of terrorism that dealt a heavy blow not only to the Chrysanthemum Colosseum, but to the hearts of all of us. Many innocent lives were lost that day, including Sun Warden Lucius Dethra, my predecessor. Respectfully, before we continue, I'd like to request a moment of silence to commemorate those who lost their lives." And there's a relatively long pause of silence. And then she speaks up again. "This despicable act was committed by a dastardly cult, masquerading as a charitable force for good. Sophos Ophidia, the Serpent Sages, had ties with the cloaked serpent Zahir, and wished only to cloud our momentous occasion with bloodshed and travesty. We shall not let this affect us in that way. That is what they wanted from us. Instead, we must use this day not only to celebrate our liberation, but to celebrate the lives our loved ones led, because their deaths were not in vain. These fine gentlemen," she points at you 3, "sought after Sophos Ophidia, and brought them to their knees, sending them to lie in the depths with their betrayer of a god, bringing peace and respite once more to the city of Ataro. They laid their lives on the line to keep this city from having to endure more despair, and for that we shall be forever endowed." And you watch as everybody begins to clap and cheer, and then she tries to hush them down and says, "With that being said, I would like to offer the 3 of you tokens of gratitude on behalf of the Daybreak Sanctum, and as well as the city of Ataro itself." And she ushers the 3 of you to come onto the stage.
First approach.
Okay. And she goes ahead and lets the crowd clap for a little bit. And then she walks up to you, Scald, and says, "For your service to the city of Ataro, I dub thee Orias Scald, Bishop of Radiance." And she walks over and grabs a beautiful orange case with an amulet of beautiful gold design etched with a simple picture of a beautiful desert scape and rising sun. And she says, "For you, Scald, to help you guide you on your path of divinity, in order to serve the Dawnfather and protect all those who you come across. and she takes it and puts it over your neck.
I bow down.
Okay. She walks over to you, Volstagg. She says, "For your service to the city of Ataro, I dub thee Volstagg, the Metamorph." She goes ahead and she walks over and grabs a green case with the same similar amulet. "For you, Volstagg, to remember that a keen mind and spirit is just as effective as a sharpened blade or a wolf's fangs."
Kneel down.
And then she walks over to you, Sakura. "For your service to the city of Ataro, I dub thee Melon Sakura, the Crimson Champion." And goes over and grabs another case, but this time in a crimson color. "For you, Sakura, to ensure that that fight against injustice and deceit never ceases, and that the flame of passion inside of you never dies." And puts it over you.
Thank you.
"These amulets represent the great determination and dedication you all have towards helping each other. And let them be a reminder of the great feats you've accomplished here. Now, as one final gesture, on behalf of the Daybreak Sanctum, we would like you to have this as reparation for your troubles." And Scald, she goes over to you and hands you a pouch, and you can feel that it has some coin in it.
Ew. I see.
And she backs up and goes back to the podium and says, "With all of that being said and done, citizens of Ataro, I present to you the saviors of Ataro." And you hear a bunch of clapping, celebration, cheers, fireworks popping off, color packets exploding, as you look around and watch everybody filled with this glee for what you've done here. That's where we're going to end this episode. So, with that, you have now been properly celebrated for your pursuits, and who knows what's next. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this. We hope you enjoyed. We'll see you guys next week. Enjoy your squirt sticks, and we will see you guys next time. Peace out.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.